Hey everyone, it's Estrioli Man, and welcome back to another game review. This time I'm going to be reviewing the first expansion for Destiny 2, Curse of Osiris. This is going to be a bit of a different review. I am going to be reviewing the contents of the Curse of Osiris DLC, but I'm also going to be talking about the state of the game in general and a few of the updates that were supposed to come out today, December 12th. To be clear though, I haven't been on today, so I haven't been able to check them out firsthand, so I can't comment on those updates as of right now. But I will be talking a little bit about them and what I think, if I remember. I have them written down, but I have updates written in my notes, so we'll see if I remember them after all this. Anyway, with all that being said, I'll get right into the campaign, and yes, the campaign is short. For most people, it sounds like it took about 2 hours. It took me about 3 to 4. I can't remember the exact number, but I'm a slower player, and I'm very methodical when I play. So for me, it does take a little bit longer to get through campaigns. But with that being said, I really liked it. It has a lot of cool ideas, and it's not afraid to explore the lore of Destiny 2, which is really nice to see. And it also has some really good character writing for Ikora and Sagira, and Osiris has a couple cool moments too. And yeah, I just really liked it. I am the kind of person that would take a shorter experience in order to have a good experience. Like, I would be a little bit disappointed if the campaign was like 5 to 6 hours long, but it was just mediocre. So for me, I'm okay with it being 2 to 3 hours, but it's really good. So that's where I stand on that. Um, I also like the villain, Panoptus. I think that's how you say it. Panoptus is pretty good as a villain. I like what he's supposed to represent, and I don't know, I just like his design. He's not like a knockoff Hydra or anything. He's his actual own character with his like own design. So it was pretty cool to see. With that being said, though, the final fight with him is a bit of a letdown. Um, well, okay, I liked everything about that fight. I liked the setting and what you're doing. The only problem with it is that the fight itself is pretty boring. That being said, it's better than the vanilla Destiny final fight where it was just 3 Minotaurs. That was bad. That was a really bad boss fight. This one, step up from that. I think I liked it a little more than the Gull fight, but it's still not a great final fight. So they need to work on their final campaign boss fights, but they're getting better about it. Um, I also liked the strike integration with the campaign. That was really cool, and I liked the strikes this time around. And I also like for whenever they put them into the campaign, they have more dialogue with them, so that way you know exactly what you're doing in those strikes. So it's pretty neat that they did that, and I hope they do that more. And I think they're going to do that more, which is really good because it's needed. And yeah, with all that said, though, the Infinite Forest is just bland padding. It's all it is. Excuse me. Now, there is potential for the Infinite Forest. Like, they could add special treasure chests or like branching pathways and actually letting us explore it outside of the missions. That would be pretty cool. But as it stands right now, it's a bit of a letdown. Especially since the new map for Mercury is not that big. Yeah, it's pretty small. There's only one public event, but to be fair, it is a multi-layered public event, and it's actually pretty fun to do. But yeah, that's a bit of a letdown, and like I said, there's potential there for them to expand on it. But as of right now, it's just not that great. So yeah, Where was I in my notes? I kind of lost track. Oh yeah. Also, the new vendor brother Vance. He's all right. I like that he's kind of just like a fanboy of Osiris. That's kind of funny to see. But the thing that he does, the verses for the new weapons that you can get, I like the idea of them. And I got the scout rifle, been using it. It's pretty good. It's very powerful. And supposedly all the weapons are actually pretty good that you can get from the verses. Uh, my only thing though is that I'm not gonna grind for them. I am perfectly okay with just slowly accumulating them over time. Uh, so yeah, I know. I forgot what I was gonna say there, but yeah, I like the verses. Uh, so for weapons and armor, there is some new exotics, but there's a lot of returning exotics, and I know a lot of people are upset with that, and I understand where you're coming from, but for me personally, on my annoyance list with things, that's kind of low on my bar of just things that annoy me. Uh, Now, if it keeps up and it's just a repeating thing that happens over and over, then I'll be very annoyed. But as of right now, I don't really mind because it's just more guns and more armor. Plus, it seems like all the stuff they're bringing back was fan favorites anyway. So, to me, it's kind of like I get where you're coming from if you don't like that they're doing that, but I am okay with it. So, the last thing I'll say is that there are too many exotics in Eververse. Um, and what I would like to see them try and do is like add milestones or just stuff that you can accomplish that will unlock some of those exotics, mainly the ghost shells and the sparrows. I don't mind the emotes being behind those, but those two, I feel like there should be stuff that you can do to actually unlock those without buying silver. So it would be nice for them to sort of experiment with that. I would like to see that. And yeah, that's all I got for weapons, armor, and exotics and all that stuff. So for heroic strikes, glad they're back. It's nice to actually have an incentive to play the strikes. And there was going to be some more stuff I talked about, but they added some stuff with the new update today, and I believe they're putting in modifiers for the heroic strikes. So it's nice to see that. My question is why I wasn't in there from the beginning. So that's kind of weird, Bungie. But yeah, even though they should have been in there from the beginning, I'm glad they are putting them in anyway. Um, the One of the other things is there's new Crucible maps. They're all right. I played 2 of them. I don't know if they've added more. I only played the quick play maps. So, yeah. I think there's only 2. I'm not entirely sure. You can correct me in the comments. But, yeah, like I said, they're alright. They're on par with the rest of the maps, which are just alright. Uh, I have been playing a lot more Crucible, but that's mainly just so I can get the high level gear, not because I like it. Um, oh, excuse me. Damn, I just ate. Sorry. And anyway, the last piece of content I want to talk about is the raid layer. I like the idea of the raid layers. It's a good compromise. I think if you're going into each $20 expansion expecting like a new fully fledged raid, I think you're letting your expectations get the better of you. I'm not expecting that at all. Even though it would be cool to see, just it's a 3-month period, excuse me, between these expansions, and that's just not enough time to actually get a new raid. So I like the idea of shorter raids. And as I said with the campaign, this raid layer, it's short, but it's pretty good. It's not my favorite though. It's more along the lines of Crota's End, where it's just there's some puzzles, but it's mainly just straightforward shooting, and that's just not for me. It's still fun though. The beginning parts are too easy. We ran it last night, and we had somebody there with us that had already done it, so he knew what to do. But I get the feeling if our entire fire team just went in fresh, we probably could have figured it out pretty quickly. So, yeah. Like I said, the beginning's too easy. The final boss, though, is tough. It's pretty tough. But it's pretty fun. I will say that. I like the scale of it, and I like that you can, like, jump up to different layers and attack him and stuff. So I really, really enjoy that boss fight. It's really fun. In a sense, it is a bit easier than the Callus fight, because with the Callus fight, and really the whole raid in general, you have to be precise. You cannot make a mistake, whereas with this one, you actually can make a couple mistakes and get away with it. Just a couple, though. After that, then you're done for. But yeah, like I said, the entire raid layer, too short. Beginning's kind of easy. It is pretty fun though. I don't know about those rewards though. That grenade launcher and that shotgun, I believe, not that great. And yeah, I will still try and play it though. Just some more thoughts overall. I like the ornaments. I like the idea of like completing certain things to get ornaments for your weapons and your armor and stuff. I probably won't get any of the raid stuff because I would just rather complete the raid and not actually do the objectives. But hey, who knows? One day we may be bored and actually try to do some of those objectives. We'll see. But yeah, I love the ornaments. And as far as the updates are concerned, I like the... what's it called? It's like the weapon something. Weapon Masterworks? I think that's what it's called. I like that a lot. Like I said, I haven't been able to actually jump on and play today yet, so I don't know quite how it works. But from what I understand, it's a lot like the Division, where you just have a perk and you can keep re-rolling the perk until you get what you want. I like that a lot. It does add variety to the guns, so you can actually express yourself a little bit more with your weapon choices. And the thing that Zur is selling, it's like it's some kind of engram, but basically you're guaranteed an exotic you don't have. I love that. Makes the grind a little less tedious for those exotics. Plus, yeah, it's just nice having a guaranteed exotic. Trying to remember if there was any other big updates. Oh yeah, the vendors. I like how just on paper, I like how it works, how you still have to earn the tokens, which I'm fine with. I get enough tokens as it is, but I like going in there and actually buying the weapons from them instead of just leaving it up to chance. So that's going to be pretty neat, especially for Iron Banner. I can just get what I want. So I'm going to like that a lot. And I'm trying to remember if there's other things. Oh, one more thing. And it's about the whole level cap and the gating of content. So with the hotfix they put out today, it's nice that they listened and they fixed all this stuff so that the old content isn't locked for the players who didn't buy the DLC. Oh god, sorry. My thing though is, first off, why'd you even do that? Second off, why is a level cap locked behind DLC? I don't get that. You should just have the level cap be just across the board. Everybody gets a new level, and then just you don't get the content if you don't get the expansion content if you don't buy the expansion. That's how it should be. That would make things a whole lot easier for everyone. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say on that front. So I think that's everything. So now I'll just move on to my final thoughts. So for me, Destiny 2 Curse of Osiris is a good expansion. It's not great, but I think it's good. The campaign is short, but it's really good, very well written, some good characters and character writing, a lot of cool ideas. The raid layer, short, but pretty good. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I like it. They've also added a bunch of new stuff. Like I said, I understand if you're annoyed with the returning Destiny 1 weapons and armor, exotics, and stuff like that. For me, it doesn't bother me too much. It seems like it's a bunch of fan favorites and just more stuff. Like I said, though, if they do continue adding that much Destiny 1 stuff into Destiny 2, then I will be annoyed. And I'm sure there is a better way to deal with it. I'm just not sure how to deal with it. But anyway, along with the updates that are coming out, I think Destiny 2 is improving and it's going in the right direction. Just I think if Bungie and Activision, I think it's mainly Activision, but I also blame Bungie, if they can get out of their own way, then I think Destiny 2 has potential to be better than it already is. And also, don't put the level cap behind expansions, just let everybody have the level cap, and a lot of the problems would be solved. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked what you've seen, you can go ahead and like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more game reviews, some streams, and all that good gaming stuff. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.